welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nancy from nancybadija.com, and welcome to another episode of Etsy Shop Critique. Today I'm doing a critique on the store called Decorate by the owner Mahulina. So thank you for so much for letting me do a review of your shop. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about before starting the review is that as the new Etsy shop, I highly recommend signing up for QuickBooks. And QuickBooks is an automated software that lets you put all your expenses, all your fees from Etsy automatically. It will input it in there, and it's a nice way to keep track of everything. And it's a nice way for one to be able to pay your quarterly taxes, and also at the end of the year when you're going to file your taxes to be able to download a copy of all your expenses and be able to take it to your local CPA to do your taxes. And it's really nice because it will be all together, put together really nice. So I do recommend doing that. Learning a little bit more about taxes is something that a lot of people don't talk about, but it's important to talk about due to the fact that if you don't pay your taxes quarterly, you'll get hit by a big penalty by the end of the year. So this is important that you start learning. For anyone out there that either you are a new Etsy owner or you had an Etsy shop now for a while. So just wanted to kind of give a heads up on that. Now, any links or any resources that I refer, I'm going to leave a link below this video. If you click on the text box below, you will find all the links that I have used in this tutorial and all the links for the resources as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So I did an audit on this actual listing right here on the 3O Life. And I was looking through the pictures earlier. So the first thing I always talk about in my critiques is the product photography. And this is the most important factor in when somebody is deciding whether they're going to buy from your shop. They're going to look at the picture before they look at the shipping costs, or they look at the cost of the item, or they browse through your shop, or do any, like some people browse through reviews. That's the first thing that they're going to see. So you have to make sure that your photos are compelling, that when somebody looks at it, even if they weren't necessarily shopping for your item, that they feel compelled to click and possibly even buy the product just because your pictures are amazing. Please keep in mind that a bad photo could prevent you from making a sale. And doesn't matter how wonderful your product might be, the photo will, a bad photo will not make you a sale. So you gotta always think about that. Think about if you have a photo that is dark or out of focus, people might be confused of what they're buying. Or if you're using a prop in the background, people might not really understand what exactly it is. So you have to make sure that not only is your picture amazing, but that your picture is easy to understand what exactly they're buying. Now, when I look at this, I could tell they're earrings, but if somebody was looking at this through the search results, I could also kind of see them getting confused and thinking that this whole thing is one actual item and not thinking that these are actually earrings. I could see somebody getting confused. So what I would do is your main picture, I will have a girl or something wearing the actual earrings. That should be the first photo. Only that way there's no confusion and they know that what you're selling is an earring. We live in a world now that everyone is stimulated by visual. So the first thing they're going to look is visual, and then they'll read or click to read the listing description and learn more. But if the visual is not enticing, or they don't feel like they need to click on it, they're going to keep going and not buy it from your shop and go somewhere else. You could also buy, if you go to Creative Market, and I'll leave a link below, you could buy mock-ups for many things. And the mock-ups is a great way to showcase like your product, and a lot of them are very, very nice. Um, so these are mock-ups of like earrings right here. So let's see if they have any additional ones. I just want to see if they have any that maybe you potentially could use. I know earrings are a little bit harder. So let's see. I just wanted to check real quick. It's the only thing I didn't check earlier. So it seems like mock-up for earrings seems to be a little bit harder to do. So in your scenario, it might be just better to take a picture um, of somebody wearing the earring and then taking a closer picture of the actual person. Um, Also, another thing is that your pictures have like different backgrounds. I would keep all of them the same background so it could be cohesive. And I do like the little sign that you have here. I have one of them in my shop as well. I will put this one as your last picture. So I will keep all the pictures in the beginning of your of your earrings. Make sure that you try to use all 10 available spots as possible. Make sure you show off the product in different angles. Make sure that the size of the photo is nicely cropped, and make sure that your background doesn't distract from what you're selling. Like right here, I could easily see this being distracting to someone and the person getting confused at what they're buying. So it is important that the first picture, I would try it with somebody wearing the earrings. And what I recommend also, there's a company called Watify, and the first 30 days is free, so they don't charge you anything. And I will leave the link below. And with Watify, you could basically sign up for like a 30-day trial with them. And what they do is that they take the first two images. So they'll take this image here and this image, and they swap it for 30 days, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And they do that. And at the end of the 30 days, they crunch the numbers and they send you a report telling you which picture got more clicks and more sales. The nice thing about that is that by swapping it back and forth, it's going to give you an idea of which pictures are working and which pictures are not, or which pictures gave you more clicks or more likes and which ones are not. And then what all you will have to do is at the end of the 30 days is implement the changes they gave you. So if they told you this picture got 1,000 clicks versus this one got 200, then you would do the one that got the 1,000 clicks, obviously, because it got more clicks. So the first 30 days is free, so you don't lose anything by trying it. And after that, if you want to keep their plan, they range from $5 to $30 a month, but they only charge you based on how much sales you have. So if you are a beginner shop and you don't make a lot of sales, most likely they'll charge you in the lower end, anywhere like 5 and up, because they're not going to charge you the 30 a month if you're not making a lot of money. So that's a nice thing about them as well. But I highly recommend trying them out, because that way you could really, really test it out and test the waters to see which picture does better for you. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is SEO. So, getting found. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. So, let's go ahead and go to the listing. I am using XRank, and it's a tool for Etsy sellers. You could plug in your store. It gives you all the metrics of your shop, and you can also do research keywords plus so many other stuff. So I highly, highly recommend it. So let's look at these keywords. Excuse me. A lot of these keywords, the first thing I notice is that they're very high in competition. So if you are selling earrings, I wouldn't use the word Christmas gift. The reason why is because you want to reach your target audience. So when you say Christmas gift, that could pretty much be anything. That could be a toy, that could be a sweater, that could be a blanket, that could be a crib. So you definitely have to learn how to target your audience. So targeting your audience is going to be using words or keywords that describe your item. So putting, you know, specific wording like this one, tree earrings. That's targeting your audience, somebody that will search it that way and that they will want to buy your product. Now, the only downside is that you are in a competitive niche. I am in a competitive niche, and it does become a little bit tedious when trying to find keywords because almost every keyword is taken. So therefore, it's really hard to rank organically for keywords. If you were to type in this keyword in the search engine on Etsy, this is how many keywords you will find. Let me show you. There are 24,000 other people using the same keyword. And this is why you're not getting as many views or as many traffic because it's too much competition and your earrings are getting lost somewhere on the bottom feed. So you definitely would need to work on your tags and changing them up. Also, if you were to run a Facebook ad, a Etsy ad, your cost per click would be a lot higher using this keyword because there's so many other people competing for the same keyword. So you will have to use Etsy rank to find keywords. You could come up here, and what I would do is describe your earrings as much as you can to be very precise. So maybe using silver tree earrings and then kind of going from there. So let's look for that. Let's see if we could find any keywords that you could potentially use for this listing. Now this is going to pull a new list of keywords, and then from there you would try to see if you could find any that you could use for your shop. So here are the new keywords. So even silver tree earrings are, you could use this one, but it's medium competition, and it still will be hard for you to rank because there's so many other people using it. I usually try to stick with 6,000 listings or less if I'm going to do medium, only because I've noticed that even the keywords that are medium in competition, if they have over 6,000 other people using it, it's very hard for me to rank for that. So then I will keep looking. So obviously those are high. This one is actually a good one here. Tree life earrings, because it's under 7,000 at least. It's not as bad. Silver tree studs. You don't have studs, but if you do sell studs that are tree, then this will be a good one. But you don't have any. This one is not that one right now. If you have any gold tree earrings, that's a good one there too. It's not too bad in competition. Family tree earrings. I don't know if that falls in the category of your earrings right now. It might, but only you will be able to tell. Small tree earrings. This one's perfect for you right here. This one, not really, because it says wooden tree. Now, if you have any earrings made out of tree that also have a wood effect, this will be a good one here. So this is what you literally have to do. You're gonna have to like keep playing with the keywords, keep playing with different ways that you, as if you were a potential buyer, how you will find, how you will search for these keywords. So this one might be a good one here as well. Keep putting it here, and once you get the new tags, I would definitely change all your tags for the most part. They're very, very oversaturated. But once you go ahead and change all your tags and you have the new tags, then what you want to do is you want to put the tags right here. You want to separate them with a comma. So if tree of life is one tag, you put tree of life, comma, earring silver charm, comma, tree earring, comma, but make sure you're separating with comma so Google knows that that's one keyword, and then after the comma is another keyword coming in. You put all the keywords here. Make sure you use the keyword that has the most, the one that has low competition but also describes the item the best. You put that in the beginning of the title. And then what you also want to do is put the keyword in the meta description in this section. And the meta description is what it's a snippet that Google shows, or Bing or Yahoo, to potential buyers. So this is a snippet here. So if somebody was type in on Google, um, tree of life, this is the snippet that they'll get. So this is the meta description right here, this section. And this is pulled from your listing description right here. So you want to make sure that the first 160 characters, which is your meta description, that you write something very, very enticing, almost making other people want to click on the actual listing. This is important. That way you could drive more traffic to your shop, and therefore increases the likelihood of somebody buying from your shop. Now, this next thing will be is also putting your tags or your keywords through your listing description. It's important that you do that because that's how X, um, the search engine, whether it is Yahoo, Google, or Bing, or any other ones, they know exactly what your page is about, and therefore they'll send people that are interested to your page. I do like the fact that you have how to get contact you have backlinks to your policy, to your shop. That's really important to do that. So you did a really good job with that. Um, and I like that you did separate them um, on how on what is included, how to order. What I would do is be a little bit more specific. So when you say item ready to be shipped, just be more specific at what that means. If there's any shipping fee, making sure that you include that there so people can know. Um, just writing it down, writing a little bit more information, but you done a really good job with the listing description. I would just write, description and then talk about it, shipping, talk about it, return policy or exchange, talk about it, and that will be give you a more complete look. Um, think about it like this: the keywords is what potentially gives you the traffic, in the sense that people get to see your photo. The photo is what convinces someone to click on the actual listing. And once they click, the listing description, which is this section here, is what convinces them to go ahead and click on the buy it now button. That's because after they read this, they have all the information about that particular listing. And hopefully you put all the information there that they won't have any doubts about how to order, what's included, and so on. So just make sure that you take the time not to overlook small details and make the time to fill out your entire listing description the fullest you can. That way, when people are going to buy from you, it builds credibility and trust, and it makes you look more of a professional shop. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the curation of your shop. And the curation of your shop is also very important, especially if you want to take your shop to another level. So, what makes your shop so different from all the other jewelry shops that they have on Etsy? They have millions of jewelry shops. You want to make sure that you're presenting a cohesive brand, that you have everything filled out from policy to the about section, that your images are cohesive, that everything goes together, that if I look at one picture and I look at a different picture, I know it's coming from the same shop. Now I do see that you have a lot of different backgrounds, so that does make it seem like it's coming from the this item here, that one there, this one and this one. It looks like it's coming from different stores. They all have different backgrounds. They all have like the different mock-up or whatever you're using to show off the product. So I highly recommend keeping a cohesive look, that you make everything look the same background. Maybe even if you put like your logo in the corner, but just having that cohesive look. Um, think about the most prominent shops, because they have amazing cover photos. Like in their cover photo, which is the photo up here, they have their address, website, they have their hours of operation, they have all their social media links, and this is very crucial in conveying that you are a real shop, that you are a real business. And you definitely have to work on having the outlook of having a shop that looks very professional, because it's harder than if you had a regular store. When you have a regular store, you could walk in the store and you could touch the item and you could feel the texture and you could kind of decide if you want to get it or not. But when you have an online store, all you have is photos. Photos are the most important aspect of you making a sale or not making a sale. And then the presentation of your store is so important, so people could like your store, favor your items, and potentially continue coming back to your shop because they love your items. Plus they love the style of your shop, making sure that all your pictures are cohesive. You do have different pricing points, which is a really good thing. um, so my suggestions will be just working on the few things I mentioned, because they will make a big difference, especially the SEO, because that's what is basically driving traffic to your shop. Let's go ahead and look at the other links that you send me. So this is your Instagram. So the first thing I notice is your banners cut off. So that's a big no-no. What I would do is use any type of software, whether it's Photoshop, or you could use canva.com, which is free. I will leave the link below. I would definitely redo your cover. You have the great idea of being cohesive because you're using the same banner. However, this banner is cut off. So you want to redo that again. It doesn't look professional. It doesn't look like you took the time. It looks like you were in a hurry and you just left it like that. I like the fact that you have the link here. And let's look at your tweets. Let me see real quick here. So for instance, you have this shirt right here. So if I was interested in buying this, there's no link. You see? You have hashtags. You don't have a call to action either. And you have a short description, which is fine. So what you got to think about when you post on social media, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, etc., you always want to put a really enticing caption. So somebody, when it's reading it, they want to, they're excited about reading it. You want to add a call to action telling them, please click here to view shop, or please click here um, to learn more. You want to also um, add a link to the website here. Don't assume that somebody will click here. A lot of people don't read. That's just the honest truth. So they're not gonna see this right here. You have to make sure that every posting has your link on that posting every single time. Also, um, like right here, you got tweets, or tweets that you put. I would highly recommend every single time you tweet a picture, you tweet a message, make sure it has a picture attached, only because pictures do so much better. Once again, it's because of the whole visual aspect. Make sure you post in a consistently. You're not doing that. Last time you post was June 25th. Posting consistently helps you drive more traffic to your shop. It helps followers continue following you, and it also builds credibility that this is a real brand, a real business. So I definitely will want first start working on um, adding your stuff to your Twitter account, and also at the same time fixing your cover and making sure you put a caption, a call to action, and an actual link to your website. And this is my account. I'll show you kind of what I mean. So are you struggling with sales on Etsy? Take a look at these 5 kick-ass tools to help you increase your Etsy sales. And then I have a little arrow pointing to the link. And then I also have like emojis. And then I have my hashtags on here. And this is a picture. So you have to make sure that you take the time to kind of go through that. It's important that you brand yourself 100% on each platform. So let's look at your social media. So the same thing with social media. It looks like you don't have a cohesive look. It looks like this picture and that picture don't go together, and this one and this one were sold from a different shop. I would definitely work on your pictures. They're not the worst pictures. It's just what I'm really trying to say is that you could really take your pictures to a whole different level and make them look very, very professional. That's the key. If you look at my account, I don't spend a lot of money on stock images, but I do have this one company. I will leave the link below that you could buy stock photos, which are these here, that one, um, this one here, that one, that one, that one. So you kind of get an idea. However, right now, I will make sure that one, you have a cohesive look. Two, um, that all your backgrounds or your photos look the same. So you could be able to create that cohesive look. So let's look at your. You did a good job with your bio. You could also use this software called Linktree, and with Linktree, you put it here, and you'll be able to connect with around, I want to say 10 people or more, but you're able to connect with multiple people using it. So it's really, really nice. Um, as you can see, a lot of your photos don't match with the main photo, I guess, or with the main look that you want. I feel like you did a really good job here with your bio, with your question and shop now buy on the link. I think you did a really good job with that. Um, yeah, that's what I would recommend for you to change in your shop, in your Etsy, and I think you have. Oh, sorry about that. So this is your Pinterest account. So really cute. I like that you have your logo in here, so it does look like it's coming from the same store. I like that you have a link here. And you actually have some quite few pins. I highly recommend a software called Tailwind, which is what I use. And this is my Pinterest, one of my Pinterest account. And in the past 3 months, I grew it all the way to 300. And then the last 2 weeks, I've been using Pinterest. So I'm sorry, Tailwind. So my Pinterest has grown significantly. But this is a program and you're able to go in there and repin automatically. Um, and let me see here real quick. Let me go into, I don't think it's gonna let me do it from yours. I don't think. Let me check something really quick. I'm just gonna, oh no, it's not gonna let me either. Let me go back and yeah, it's not gonna let me do it. So what I want to talk about is an app called Tailwind, and I highly, highly recommend it. So, with Tailwind, what you could do is set up your automated posts for Pinterest. So, how I grew my account in 3 months to over, I want to say it was like 280,000 followers, was engaging, liking comments, and also engaging back with them. So if they liked something particular from my Instagram, I would go and favor their items with the hopes that one, later they could see more, or two, they'll end up buying from me. So Tailwind is easy to use, and the nice thing about it, because it automates everything for you, you don't have to spend unnecessary time on it. You could put it automatically, it will do everything for you, and that way you have more time to concentrate on other important things. um, so as you can see, my monthly views are 282. It's actually 302 right now, but analytics has not upgraded or has not changed my numbers. But I'm at 282,000 monthly views from Pinterest. For the month of August, I hit over 1,500 links from Etsy buyers, people that were I'm sorry, buyers, people that were interested in my product. So I highly, highly recommend taking the time to learn Pinterest and also joining that group that I'm going to leave the link only because it has helped me tremendously. And instead of me pinning every single time by myself, now all I have to do is use that software and it does it for me. So it is definitely worth it in trying. Now these are my tips for your Etsy shop as well as your social media platforms. I highly recommend that if this is your first time watching this video, that you give this video a thumbs up and that you subscribe to my channel to receive notifications. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful night.